So I just got home from checking out A House of Dynamite, which is a brand new Netflix film that's about to hit theaters on October 10th, and then later in the month will be hitting Netflix. This is a film that's coming from director Kathryn Bigelow, who's directed things like The Hurt Locker, Zero Dark 30, and her last film was Detroit. She's a director that's made a lot of films that people really love. She's won Oscars, and so I was pretty excited to check out this film, on top of the fact that she has a really star-studded cast, including people like Idris Elba, Rebecca Ferguson, Anthony Ramos, Greta Lee, Jason Clarke, and so many others. So you have a star-studded cast, you have a really strong director, and you immediately had my attention. And I want to start this off quickly by saying I have a full review over on YouTube if you want to hear me talk about this more. But the general gist of this film is that a missile has been sent over to the States, and they have no idea what country sent it. And so everybody's in a panic. The film is broken up into 3 individual chapters that tell the same series of events, but from the different perspectives of different characters that are in different places that are all trying to figure out what to do. You have the president, you have military officials, you have advisors, all that stuff. And at first I thought the film was going to kind of like feel like it's mulling over the same things. But after having seen the film, I found that each chapter was able to kind of slow the pace down and then really ramp up the tension. As somebody with anxiety, I felt my anxiety rising watching this film. And I really want to praise the filmmaking here. The writing, the screenplay writing in general, the performances, the cinematography, the sound design, especially seeing this in the theater, were all top tier. And this film was anxiety inducing. It gets you tense. It gets you gripped. It's incredibly well performed. And it's a cautionary tale in a lot of ways that I think a lot of people would be horrified to ever know about, right? The notion that there's a nuclear warhead headed towards our soil. And this was a film that had me by the balls the entire movie. This is a film that had me glued to the screen the entire time. And I had heard so much buzz about this possibly being one of the best films of the year and Netflix's maybe big Oscar contender. And I am so curious to hear what the reaction is going to be to this movie, because I don't want to spoil anything, but this is a film that is absolutely strong from beginning to end. And then the final moment of the film just undid it for me. I think it has one of the most unsatisfying endings that I've seen, that I think is going for this ambitious ending that makes the audience kind of have to discuss the film, and maybe they wanted everybody to kind of figure out the ending in their own way. But ultimately for me, was this huge buildup to a finale that just felt like it just completely pulled the rug from under you. I saw this film at a press screening with just about 20 other critics, and the second the movie was over, pretty much most people in the theater just shrugged their shoulders and lifted their arms like, what did we just see?